That's all we care about, right? It's selfies, taking pictures, doing videos. We are so self-absorbed. Yes, it's all about us. It's all about me. Is it really? Is it? Okay, so I'm going to talk about something deep here. I know most of the time I'm always giving messages about certain things and certain other things and things on top of things, but this is going to be a little different. I really want to get you to actually see yourself. So, today is August 25th, 2026. Have you noticed how time has sped up? Literally, it has. Think about it. Have you thought to yourself when it's time to go to sleep, man, I feel like I just woke up. I feel like I just got out of this bed. I've been saying it a lot lately. A lot. Because literally, I have. Now, this morning, get up at 3 o'clock, go to work, come back to the hotel, and I'm ready to go to bed. It's only 12 noon. But then I look around and it's actually much later than that. 6:24. It's like, oh my God, time is just flying. Back in 2018, New Year's Eve, right before the clock struck 12. Yes, right before all the Happy New Year and all that, right? I had a premonition. I had a prophecy to give to you guys. Some of you might remember what the prophecy is, some of you might not. Some of you probably don't know it all because some of you guys just became my Facebook friend or my, well, TikTok wasn't out back then, was it? If it was, I didn't have TikTok, so hey. What I'm trying to say is I am actually seeing the prophecy unfold. So the prophecy was that a lot of celebrities was going to die. That's what the prophecy was. And God told me to get a message to you guys, and I did. And in the message, it was talking about you guys need to stop glorifying celebrities like they're God, because God don't like to be in a position where he has to take someone out due to the fact that you made that person your God. God is a jealous God, and he shares his glory with no one. So that's been happening. Also in the prophecy, it was spoken that it was going to be people that you won't even expect that was going to die. And that's been happening too. Not just celebrities, but people, random people. Now you might say, people die every day. But to this magnitude, think about it. So, with all that being said, there's nothing we can do about it. There's absolutely nothing. I don't care how much surgery you get, how much working out you do, how much eating well you choose to do to yourself, and it doesn't matter. When it's your time, it's your time. You just don't know when it's going to happen. When it's someone's time, it's their time. You just don't know when it's going to happen. So the thing is, when it's your time, do you know where you're going? Do you know what's going to happen to your soul after this life is over? Now, to all my atheists out there, you probably say, nothing. I'm going to tell you this. You might not believe in God, but God believes in you. And not only that he believes in you, he created you. You didn't create yourself. Your parents did not create you. God used your parents as the vessel to get you here. There's no way impossible that they could have created your fingers, your toes, your brain, your eyes. No. Mm-mm. They didn't do none of those things. They just had sex or artificial insemination. Point I'm making is you did not create yourself. Not even the scientists. They can't even do it. All they can do is what God had already made possible. God gave us tools, He gave us equipment, He gave us what we need, and all we can do is just use it. And that's exactly what happened for you to get here. So, do you know where you're going to go? I have had encounters, my own personal encounters. My encounters were not once, not twice, but 3 times have I had encounters with Christ. 3 times. Now, the very first time I had an encounter with Christ, I was actually near death. I was about to die. There was this guy I was seeing. I didn't want to see him anymore. He was upset about that. He attacked me. He choked me. And I came this close to losing consciousness. Before I went blank, I remember speaking in my mind, because I couldn't speak out of my mouth because he was choking me, Jesus, make him stop. And when I thought those thoughts in my head, he literally got up off of me. And he, for some apparent reason, snapped out of it. That was my first encounter. That was when I realized no matter how I feel and what I think, I know that Jesus is real. Yeshua is definitely real. Second time. The second time I had an encounter with him was when my second husband died, Nikita. He died. I had a dream about Nikita coming to me to apologize for how he treated me in our marriage, and he gave me a hug. I felt that hug. It was so real to me. I was crying in my sleep. And I remember in the dream asking questions. I was asking him a lot of questions, but one of the questions I asked him was, have you seen God? And he said, no. And I say, okay, if you haven't seen God, then who have you seen? And he said, Jesus. I seen him. And I was like, oh, really? Now I got very interested. I wanted to know more. And I started asking questions. And I was like, look, I don't even want to talk to you no more. I want to talk to Jesus. That's who I want to talk to. Where's he at? And he was like, he's right here with us. I said, I don't see him. He said, because he don't want to be seen at this moment. And I was like, why not? And then all of a sudden, I was able to see him. I saw him. And I was at awe, like wow. And then the third time I had an encounter with Jesus, I was in my bed asleep. My husband was next to me. I remember waking up and I was telling him about, I just seen Jesus. And it was just one of those moments. In the dream, it wasn't even a dream. It was like my spirit left my body and went to the heavenly realms. And in that place, I was able to see a lot. And Jesus told me, I need you to talk more about me. He said, I want you to talk more about me. Because at the time, I was shying away from talking about the gospel. And he reminded me of the time when I used to do it all the time. Now, off of me, let's get back to you. Where are you going when you're no longer here? When you're no longer in your earthly body? Where's your spirit and soul going? I know this Bible says To be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord. But do you realize what that scripture absolutely mean though? Does it mean that you're just going to be present with him? No, it doesn't mean that. I know some of you Bible scholars out there saying, oh no, blasphemous. No, that's not true. Let me explain. So you got the believers and then you got the non-believers. The believers, to be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord. The non-believers, the dead know nothing. Do you understand that? For the non-believers, the dead knows nothing. But for those who are believers, they don't die. You go and you be with Christ. Now, you are awaiting an appointed time for judgment. For you non-believers, yes, that's what's going on. You're waiting. You're waiting. So, with the wait, I have to say, oh, yes, I want to get to the bottom of what I'm trying to say here. We are all here to leave behind a talent. I was talking to my son about this, and I remember talking about the talent, the parable that Jesus was talking about the talent. In that parable, I did not understand it until it clicked. And when it clicked, I had to share it, and I shared it with my son. So you have 3 men God gave talent to. He gave one man 5 talent, another one 3, another one 1. And when the king or their master left, one man with the 5 talent, he multiplied it, and there were 10. Then the one with the 3 talent, he multiplied it, and then there was 3. And then the one with the 1 talent, he buried it. That was stupid. So when the king, their master, showed back up, asked them what did they do with the talent. Of course, it goes on to talk about all the things that they did. And that one, I want to focus on that one. The one who had the 1 talent, who buried it. That's what's going on with a lot of you guys right now today. You have talent that you're sitting on, and you burying it. No one knows your gifts. No one has the opportunity to see what God put in you because you won't let it shine. You won't let it out. You won't let no one see it. And because no one get the chance to see it, you're burying it. And so when you die and God asks you, what did you do with the talent that I gave you? What's your question? What is the answer going to be to that question? What is it going to be? Is it going to be, well, I just worked a job because I was trying to pay my bills. When I was younger, I used to think back on my grandmother who didn't have much. And I remember many times us not having food and making sugar sandwiches, syrup sandwiches, mayonnaise sandwiches, and wish sandwich. Wish sandwiches, wishing I had some meat in this bread, if we had bread. So I remember those things, and I was always one of the ones that was saying to myself, I don't never want to have this type of food phobia ever again in my life. So I made sure I have plenty to eat. That's one of my things. But I figured in my time that maybe I should just work a job and constantly keep working a job so I would never have to worry about food phobia and bills being paid. But then I was never been satisfied. I was always having this feeling in me, this is not what I'm supposed to be doing. It gotta be more to my life than this. Just working a job, paying bills. It gotta be more. It gotta be more. So I went from job to job to job to job until finally I'm here where I'm at right now. I've been wanting to be a flight attendant for so long. I finally became a flight attendant within 5 to 10 years. Now I'm at a 10-year mark of being a flight attendant. Within this time frame, I start feeling that feeling again. There gotta be more to me than just this. Am I being selfish? Am I not satisfied? The answer is no. It's because there's talent in me that has to come out. And that's what's been going on. So I've written books, I have podcasts. I decided to take what I'm good at and turn it into a business. All those things. But then I started thinking, if I was to die, what will happen to the things that I leave behind? Will someone take over the business? Or would it just go bleh, you know? And then I started thinking, well, I gotta leave a legacy behind. What would be my legacy? So today, Dolly Parton, she passed away, right? And she has a great legacy. Music, not just music, activists, all those things. She has a beautiful, beautiful legacy. But she's not the only one who has a beautiful legacy. There's many more out there that have beautiful legacy. But why are they celebrities though? Because we made them that way. We made them that way. And God has not made one person less than the other. It's just what we do with the gifts that God gave us. That's the thing. What do we do with the gifts that God gave us? The talent that we have. Why are we not using it? Because the Bible says your gift will make room for you. So it will put you in the position, in the presence of kings. Like, if that's the case, then why are you not using your talent? I know why. I know why. You can say whatever you want to say. You can say because I got bills to pay and my talent ain't paying bills. Not yet. Or you can say because I've tried it already and it just didn't work out. Well, first you don't succeed. Try again. Or you can say anything. It doesn't matter. But the real reason is that you're afraid. That's the reason. Fear of the unknown. Fear of failure. Fear of success. Because you just might be a superstar and don't even know what to do with all that. And you're afraid of it. Hey, it's understandable. We all have those moments. That we do. But I just want to say to you, don't sit on your talent. No more. It's time to let your light shine. That song, what does it say? This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. You know, it's a little light. But guess what? Darkness have to give way to the smallest little light. Yes, it does. So let that light shine. Stop being afraid. So before I let you go, I want to let you know. So I have the podcast. It's called Improving Your Thoughts by Freeing Yourself. For those of you who know about me, thank you for being a listener, because I am so grateful to be able to talk to you guys. I just finished season 11. Yeah, season 11. I got 11 seasons out there. And I talk about narcissism. I talk about relationships. I talk about strength I got a lot of things that I talk about. I talk about assertiveness and a bunch of things. But this next season, which is season 12, I want to talk directly to the females. I have been watching women time and time again. The things that we do. And I'm not going to sit here and act like I wasn't one of you girls. That's why I'm talking about it, because I was one of you. I have watched you guys degrade yourself. Put yourselves in positions where you're desperate for a relationship, for a man, attention, change your body, do all these things to yourself just so you can get attention. Season 12 is for you. I'm not going to bash anyone. That I'm not going to do, because I don't believe in hurting your feelings to a point where you feel bad about yourself. But I do believe in being honest with you. So season 12 is going to be about knowing your worth. Becoming the woman who doesn't have to beg to be chosen. So I had this girl today. She had to been maybe in her 30s. I was going to Whataburger in the airport, and she saw my wedding ring. She called me off guard though, because I wasn't ready for the question that she had given to me, that she had asked me. I wasn't ready for it. And I had my hand on the counter or whatever, and she was like, "Oh my God, that is beautiful." I get attention on the ring. I get attention a lot on the ring, though. And so she was like, "Oh my God, what's your secret?" What's my secret? That's how I was like, "What? Huh?" She's like, "What's your secret?" I said, "I'm not understanding your question." She said, "How long you been married?" I say, 4 years. And I'm like, "But that's not my first marriage though." And she was like, "But wow, it's the fact that you got married." Huh? I don't even know you. You don't even know me. What you mean the fact that I got married? What is going on with this question? So she was like, "I just want to know, like, how do you get the man to marry you?" Wow. I say, well, and then there was a guy standing right next to me at the other register, but he was next to me, and I could see him with his ears going like Bionic Man, tuning in. And I looked over at him like, okay. And I was like, okay, well, I come here for iced coffee and sausage biscuit or whatever, and I'm about to pay. And the question that you asked me caught me off guard, but all I'm gonna tell you is this: know your worth. First off, don't be desperate to get somebody, and you two have to have an understanding with where you're going in your life. You have to be aligned with each other. What you want must be the same as what they want, and y'all two must agree to disagree when things don't work out. Learn to get along, but at the same time, you're gonna have your differences. It's gonna happen, but it's about respect. If you argue, you fuss, and you fight, at the end of the day, you still must have respect for each other. Never fight to a point where you are hurting the other person's feelings, because then you no longer have a relationship. You got something else. And I directed her to my podcast, and I said, I think that'd be best for you to listen to that, because it gives you opportunity to really just know you. It's not about secrets. I said, I don't believe any marriage have a secret. If someone tell you the secret to the marriage is communication, that's lying, because there's no secret to a marriage. No one's marriage is better than the next, and no one can sit here and tell you that they got the answer, because I don't even have the answer. That's why I was thrown off when you asked me that question. But I'm just letting you know, you got to know yourself first. So that's what season 12 is going to be about. She gave me my next title. And it's so crazy that it came out that way, because I knew I was being done with season 11. Season 11 is Who Checks on the Strong One. That's what season 11 is about. And I knew that I was done with that, but I was like, okay, I need a real good one for season 12. And she just gave it to me. Not only that I'm going to do this as a podcast, I'm going to do this as a book. I'm going to turn it into a book, because I think when I'm no longer here, my books are going to still be here. My podcast is going to still be here. My podcast, you can listen to podcasts anywhere. My podcast, which is the title again, is Improving Your Thoughts by Freeing Yourself. I help you to change the way you think, to help you see things in a better perspective, and to understand those things. That's what I do. And not only did I do it in such a way where we're communicating, but I give you homework, I give you assignments, I give you challenges. I really give you activities to do. You ain't just listening to a podcast and just taking in the information. You are going to put in the work so you can make the changes happen for yourself. Ladies, tune in to season 12. I am going to be posting every episode that I do. It's 21 episodes. This is going to be the longest season that I've had. I think the longest that I do have is 16 episodes. Of the longest season so far is 16 episodes. But this one is going to be a little longer because I think I need to dig deep into this one because a lot of women don't have self-worth. I'm going to talk about your body. I'm going to talk about why you're changing your body to appease other people. I'm going to talk about not being desperate. I'm going to talk about learning your values. I'm going to talk about knowing who you are in Christ, but also knowing who you are as a woman. I'm going to talk about emotions, why we are so emotional, and how to still be emotional but not overreact. I'm going to talk about, I'm going to talk about so much stuff. And I'm going to talk about the need of wanting to be loved, but why we have that need. I'm going to talk about why are you giving up what you desire for someone else because of what they desire because you're afraid to be alone. I'm talking about loneliness. I'm gonna talk about all those things because I really truly believe that if you learn who you are and you understand that you no longer have to be the way you have been in the past, you can change the whole directory of your future. So for those of you who want to listen and tune in, just when you see me post on the podcast episode, just go for it. Now, in the meantime, you can go back and listen to some of the old episodes I have and the ones I just finished. You can go and listen to those so you can get a great idea of where improving your thoughts come from. Yeah, improving your thoughts by freeing yourself. Where do that come from? Why is it even like that? You can get all that information. Go anywhere you listen to podcasts. You need also go to my YouTube channel, Alayla Carroll, and it's there too. The legacy that you leave behind when you're no longer here on earth, what is that? What talent did God give you that you need to be allowing people to see? God put each and every one of us on this planet to contribute to it. What are you doing? What are you doing to contribute to this world? Is it shaking your butt? Pop, lock, and drop it? Is it that? Is it being angry all the time because things ain't going your way? Is it that? Is it laziness? What is it though? I hope you figure it out. But we are going to get deep into who you are and how to become a better person, not just the cliche of a better person, but literally become a better person. Become the person that you was created to be. All right, I think I talked enough. Anywho.